Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Liz if you haven't already watched any of my videos, and today I'm going to be talking about France. So I studied in France for a whole year, which gave me a really great outlook of France, I feel like, because I studied in Pau, which is a tiny little town, and I studied in Lyon, which is like the third largest city in France. And I studied with a homestay, and I studied also in the dorm. So I lived on my own. So yeah, so I kind of have both perspectives, so to say, on how life in France is, and also like the different culture, because I feel like there's a different culture between the South and also like Mid East. It's a little bit different. So today I wanted to kind of give you an idea of my experience of living with a host family and my experience living on my own. So it gives you a better perspective, and you can kind of use this to kind of help you make a decision if you want to study abroad in the future, if you want to live on your own, or if you want to live with a host family. I do want to disclaim that this is only my experience. Obviously, everybody else's experience is absolutely different, and everybody likes different, prefers different things. I like big cities, some people like small cities. I like my independence. Some people like living, feeling like they're at home. So I don't know. It really depends on what you like, but here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get started. So when I first started studying abroad, well, before studying abroad, let's go back. Let's go back in time. So before studying abroad, I was having the hardest time figuring out if I wanted to live with the host family or if I wanted to live on my own, because originally I was going to choose just a semester, because obviously it's a lot more affordable to just one semester versus studying for a whole entire year. So for me, I try to figure out, should I stay with the host family? Should I live on my own? There's so many pros to this, there's so many cons to that. So I contacted so many people who have previously studied abroad. Luckily, at my school, they had a huge list of people who studied abroad. So I asked a million questions to everybody who's ever studied abroad, because I don't know, like I think like it gives you a really good perspective of other people's opinions, and just an idea of what could be potentially some pros and some cons of what you want to do, right? So for me, for example, I chose the beginning to do a host family. I'm going to tell you the reasons I chose to do it and what my perspective kind of was at that time. So for me, the reason I chose to live with the host family is because I knew living in a host family, it will give me a great introduction to the French culture. I will live a French culture firsthand versus like trying to figure out, oh, am I really experiencing the French culture, or is this like the American way of experiencing the French culture? Which it's very different. It's very, very different. So the expectations I have with my host family, I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure my host family has had many host kids. They should know that, not because I'm an extrovert. I know I ramble a lot. So I'm an extrovert and I like to be outside all the time. I like to be out with friends, but I also like to be with my family. So I assumed like it was gonna be just like home. Back home, I have all the freedom in the world. I can do whatever I want. I don't really have, like, obviously, I always take my family into consideration, but I'm very free. Like, back then I was 25, so I was like, I can do whatever I want. Like, I don't have to ask for permission, or, I'm not used to like asking for permission, so why would I start doing that now, especially at my age? So I was just like, okay. So I decided to go with the host family because one of the benefits is that they provide meals for you. So it is maybe more affordable way. And also, like, I really wanted to know the French cuisine, to really know how the French really cook and how everything is, and an insight to the French culture, and also to really bond with people, to have a support system there, because I was gonna go on my own for the first time to a different country to live there. So it's just like, it would be nice if I have a support system, if I have a great place to eat, and also get to like practice my French on a daily basis, which when I arrived to Po, my French was non-existent. Non-existent. So yeah, I really had high expectations for it. So when I first got there, um, My host mom does not speak any English at all. So that threw me off a lot. I couldn't really have any conversations with her. My host dad, he spoke Spanish, so that was really great because I speak Spanish. So we bonded over that, and we also spoke English to each other because he wanted to practice his English. And as the time went by, he actually started working, so I would have to spend a lot more time with my host mother. And it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was a struggle. And because like she couldn't understand me, I couldn't understand her, and it was hard and very complicated communicating with her because I couldn't communicate with her. Like my French was really basic. Like I didn't know anything. So what I didn't know, which I learned later on, is that for my host family, my host mother specifically asked for a student who's intermediate or advanced because she doesn't want to have to struggle that much to communicate with that person. She wants to just bond and get to know that person, which makes sense. So I have no clue why they stuck a beginner to that house. I have no clue. But it was very frustrating. I'm pretty sure for her and for myself. There was a lot of miscommunication. It was very stressful. I felt like they were being overprotective and overbearing because I wanted to go out, but they wanted me home. And I felt very in a very awkward position at one point. But then I realized, no, they are not like that. Obviously, like time later, like they're incredible. They want to be there for me. I just have to really push myself to really prove that I can learn French and I can have conversations with them and I can enjoy their company. So, with that being said, I literally had a lot of French partners. My friend, no, not like that. Oh, that sounded so weird. I have a lot of French tandem partners, language partners. I had a tandem partner who's from Spain, so that didn't help much because why would you put a Spanish person with a Mexican person, Mexican American? We spoke Spanish the entire time. But anyways, after that, I did have French conversation partners, which was great because I did get to practice a little bit, but I didn't hang out with them too much. I actually ended up hanging out a lot more with my Spanish tandem partners friend who was French. She's incredible. I love her. We still talk to this day. So yeah, it was kind of a crazy thing, but I really try to push myself in class. I really try to get myself involved, and I really tried my best to like really learn French so I can be able to communicate with my host mom because I wanted to have a good relationship with her. So I think as the time passed by, she saw my language like really improve really, really fast, and she would compliment me and it would make me feel good, and I can have conversations with her and really get to know her. And it was incredible. Like towards the end of my semester, it was really, really great because I could actually have simple conversations with her, and I loved it. Like I loved to getting to know her. I loved getting to know my host dad, and it was a really good experience at the end. So in Lyon. I'm gonna cry. I miss Lyon. I miss Lyon so much. So in Lyon, I decided to live on my own in a dorm. Well, it's like a résidence étudiant. It's like a residence for students. And there I got to live life. Life was different. So there you're kind of on your own. You really are. You really have to grow up in a way. Like I didn't really know how to cook, so that's something I really had to learn real quick. And pastas. And you get to meet a lot of people. So I really like the place that I stayed because the location that I was at, I got to meet a lot of international students and a lot of French people because you have your own bathroom, you have your own shower, your own fridge, but you share a kitchen. And that kitchen was our home. Like seriously, for the next 5 months, we became family. It was incredible. I got to meet a lot of French people, a lot of international people, and we all became family. We all got along together. Lucky for me, most of them spoke French like the entire time. So we had to learn really quick and improve our French level as well to keep up with their conversations. So it honestly was so freeing being able to finally do whatever I want. I could go out and come back to the house, my apartment, or whatever you want to call it, residence étudiant, at 3, 4 in the morning. I can like cook for myself. I can go grocery shopping for myself. I can decorate my own little room. I can make it feel like it's my own, and I can grow into friendships. I can spend all day outside and not feel guilty about not spending enough time with my whole family. I can do pretty much a lot of things that I wasn't able to do before. And if I did do it, I really felt guilty, or my host parents thought I didn't care about them or I was ditching them, which is not the case at all. It's just that I wanted to make the best out of my studying abroad experience. And for me, the best is like enjoying and doing something every single second. So if my host parents are just sitting down, hanging out, that's nice. But I also wanted to do stuff and go out. So yeah, so I was able to do that guilt free, which was great. And I also, I don't know, I get to do whatever I wanted. And I feel like that was the best part of being on my own. And honestly, I think my favorite. Like, I love being with the host family because that really pushed me to progress in my French. And also, I got to meet incredible people. But living on my own was my favorite part because I can really be me and make my own place in France and not feel guilty and feel like I can live every second to the fullest and enjoy every second. So with that said, it was more expensive because I had to buy my own food. I had to cook for myself, which is not as good as my French mom, because my French mom had the most incredible French food, which I miss terribly to this day. And obviously it's a lot different. But yeah, I honestly like enjoy both of them, but I prefer living on my own because you get to really grow as a person. I feel like when you're on your own, you have to learn the hard way, sometimes the best way, because you grow into different things. You learn to know what you like, and you get to be like, oh, okay, this is where I cook, this is what I'm gonna do today. Or if I want to wake up like at 2 in the afternoon, which I didn't, but if I wanted to, I could have. But I did go out a lot and dance and like partied and did the whole thing. So for me, if you're the kind of person, if you're more laid back and you like to just stay in and just chill, um, and maybe bond with your family, I would suggest live with a host family because that's a better suit. Because if you stay home, you really get to profit from being with your whole family all the time. Whether if you're more of a person who likes to go out all the time and not really be inside, I would suggest just living on your own, just for your own good, your own sanity, and then also for your host parents, because it's not as fun for them if you're not around, you know. So they really do like to have you around. They're there for a reason, and I didn't realize it at the moment, but now I do. And I love my host parents, and we're still in contact, and I don't regret anything. I enjoy both things. So if you can't do both, just do both. But if you can't, those are some of the advice and tips that I have. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like to see more videos like that, or if you like any advice about going to France, budgeting, anything you could ever think of, go ahead and comment down below. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my video. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.